Learning how to manage money at an early age is incredibly important, but it's not a lesson that's always easy for parents to teach.
Author and investor Sarah Samuels wants to change that. Sarah, you have a new book that's coming out today. We have it here. Tell us how you believe access to financial education can really be beneficial for children.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me. First of all, this is so exciting to be here on our launch day. And Braving Our Savings is a children's book. I'm not an author, by the way. I'm a professional investor. So this is definitely a passion project, and it's a book to teach kids about investing and about being brave. And so the reason that this is so important is that it's a very personal project for me. I started my career as an administrative assistant. I really should not have been successful in the investment industry. The odds were not in my favor. So I came from a small town. I didn't have much exposure to money or investing concepts. And today I'm a partner at a large investment consulting firm, NEPC, overseeing the investment of $1.6 trillion in capital.
How did you do that?
So there are really two reasons that I was able to be successful. The first is I had role models. So two in particular that I could emulate, I could relate to them, and I watched what they did and I believed I could do it. You have to see it to be it. And the second is I had access to additional education to learn how to invest. And so that's what really the goal of this book is to provide kids with role models, so other kids who look like them, who are investors, and to provide education. We want to teach them how to do it.
Why do kids need to invest? I mean, somebody might think, why is that something that they should be doing?
Yes, absolutely. It's a really great question. And it may seem as though it's too early to teach kids about investing, but I promise you that it's not too early. The time is now, no matter how old they are. So financial literacy is not something that's taught consistently in the school system. Some schools are doing it, but many are not yet, which really leaves the onus of teaching kids about finance and money to the parents or the families of children at the dinner table. And for a variety of reasons, that's not always able to happen or to take place. And so, you know, there are really a couple of reasons why I think this is super important. And I could give a few pieces of advice to parents or families who are watching today. One is that there are lots of great resources out there. If you don't know how to start a conversation with your kids about money, there are resources like Braving Our Savings, like other tools and books out there to get the conversation started and give you some structure so that you know what to talk about. And the other is that there are tremendous life lessons that can be learned from learning how to invest. And these can be applied throughout kids' lives, regardless of what they decide to do for a living. This could be anything from understanding delayed gratification. So that's where savings, compound interest, things like that come through. It could be understanding risk and reward. So when you invest, you could also lose money. So you have to be careful about the decisions you make. You understand about consequences.
Yeah, even if you're just dealing with their allowance.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's so important. And it's something that I always thought if I had learned a little bit more about this, even in school, it's not really talked about. It's so important. What a great way to bridge that conversation.
Absolutely. And then finally, the thing that kids can take away from this is bravery. You know, I think that this learning about investing for most kids is going to be pretty scary.
Well, this book is out today, Braving Our Savings. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Sarah.
Really appreciate